In the rhythms of the big cities, we are always rushing somewhere, chasing the next thing, often failing to enjoy the present moment. Time slips through our fingers like sand. Out here, away from the hustle and bustle, the world follows a different rhythm. Each tick of the clock feels deliberate, grounding us in what truly matters. In this video, we will peek into the peaceful rhythms of a Russian village at the very edge of the country. I will share the simple lifestyle, traditions, and take you inside an old Soviet-era village house. The place I want to tell you about is one of the most distant from Moscow, located at the edge of the country, about 60 kilometers from China, along the coast of a lake called Hanka, which is shared with China. The name of the place, Kamen Rybolov, translates to stone fisherman in English. According to legend, it comes from a stone in a cliff on the lake's shore, where fish would get trapped during high tide. It's a countryside locality, which in Russian we call selo. This typically means a village, but a larger one that usually has a church. Since this village is far from any big cities, the nearest one is approximately a 2-hour drive away. It has developed its own small ecosystem. Basically, everything needed for a comfortable life is here. A hospital, kindergartens, a school, restaurants, cafes, and even a small college. However, many young people see growth and opportunities in big cities, while the older generation and those who prefer a comfortable yet peaceful life choose to stay in this place. Supermarkets are also available here. I tried to film in one of them, but it turned out to be a bit challenging. The workers were suspiciously watching me and something whispering to each other. They probably thought I was some kind of secret shopper who checks the service and quality of a store anonymously. So I decided to take just a few shots and leave to avoid disturbing them. Some modern technologies have also reached this place, so nowadays people can check out by themselves in the supermarket. Life in this quiet, secluded corner of the country moves at a calm, steady pace with a simple daily routine that includes fishing in the large lake and farming for fresh milk and eggs. In summer, gardening becomes part of the rhythm as well. This lifestyle reflects the most traditional Russian way of life in villages, especially among people aged 40 and older. Potatoes are the most popular crop. It's playing a key role in Russian cuisine alongside bread. Before, the main reason to grow your own potatoes was about saving money. You didn't have to spend on purchasing potatoes of unknown quality. And people grow enough potatoes not only for food for the whole year, but also for future planting. So the garden often averages about 500 square meters. People typically start planting in May, depending on the location, and harvest in September. This tradition of growing potatoes runs so deep that many Soviet people can't stop doing it, even though they don't need as many potatoes nowadays. My family is no exception. But the taste of young potatoes is so different from older ones and incredibly delicious. Kami Rybalov is surrounded by unique natural landscapes, featuring lush forests, serene lake and hills that create picturesque setting for relaxation and outdoor activities. Therefore, it attracts tourists from nearby areas in the Far East who are seeking relaxation in the beautiful, tranquil nature. As a result, more and more vacation bases are opening in the forest, where people can rent small houses for several days to escape their daily routines. These vacation spots are designed in the traditional Russian village style. For example, this barbecue is designed in the style of a traditional Russian stove. And this is a countryside water well, used for drawing water from the ground. I remember my grandma used to go to such a well to get water in the village when I was a child. You just open the cover, lower the bucket into the well, and it collects water. After that, you roll the handle to bring the bucket back up. Nowadays, I personally haven't seen these wells in real life, but they still exist in some rural places. Grandma, cheese! Visitors connect with nature, swim, fish, cook barbecue and enjoy the simplicity of life. The houses are basic but equipped with all the necessary amenities, except for dishes. Creative decision for a broken old tree. This house that I want to show was built around 70 years ago during the Soviet era and still has maintained its original design and environment as it was popular at that time among simple people, mostly in villages. Just little has changed outside the house. And still many people live in such traditional houses. My family bought this house with a garden about 3 years ago for 1 million rubles, which is about $10,800. It was one of the cheapest options and they bought it as a dacha. Dacha is a type of vacation home used for rest, gardening and relaxation in nature, mainly during the summer. It's not intended for regular living. People who own a dacha typically live in the city or in an apartment. We usually take off shoes when coming inside the house. This is actually porch, but now my grandma uses it as kitchen, but during the winter it doesn't warm up. My family brought old used furniture here. Nowadays, most houses have running water inside, but when I was a child, we used a rustic outdoor wash stand. It typically consisted of a small container with a spout or tap that released water when pushed, with a bucket placed underneath. Next, every house has is this. It's underground storage space. It's used for storing potatoes, canned vegetables, fruits and jams for the winter. This fireplace is must-have in every traditional Russian house, and still many people use it to warm up the home. Here we place firewood, and then from this side we add bucket of coal. Using this tool, we call it kocharga. This small opening allows air to flow in, helping to stoke the fire or maintain a steady burn. The stove is used not only for warming up, but also for cooking. This fireplace warms up the wall from this side and that room, inside that room. This is my grandma recently made canned food for the winter. Next must-have for Soviet style is carpet. But it should be also on this wall. Now it's better. This is a very old Soviet chair, that my mom used to play with when she was a child. I also loved to do some tricks on it when I was a child. And after all, it's still alive and even in good condition, just needing a little cosmetic work. I don't know what it is, but there are so many of them here. And of course, every village house includes a garden. And what is it, you would ask me? This is toilet, village-style toilet. Nowadays, more and more people prefer to have indoors toilets in their home. But when I was a child, it was like this. Бабуль, скажи привет! Привет! It was okay to use such toilet during the summer, but during the winter it's kind of harsh, especially when it's -20. The advantage is no need to buy air freshener in shop. There is nature air freshener. But harsh conditions make people strong. If you like this video, please hit the like button and I hope to see you next time. Bye!